Hello everyone, I am Arham Naveed of class 7A.
Hello everyone, my name is Arav Sumant from class 7th A.
Hello everyone, I am M. Sudarshan from class 7A. Hello everyone, I am Mahi Number from 7C. Hello everyone, my name is Saida Filza Mahin. I am from 7B.
Hello everyone, I'm Farhan from 7C.
Hello everyone, I am Sayyid Ayan from class 7C.
Hello everyone, I'm Mohammed Bilal from class 7C.
And our team is for the topic excessive sugar consumption is good.
And our team is going against excessive sugar consumption.
So before we label sugar as the villain, let's not forget, sugar fuels one thing that we're using right now, our brains.
But you're forgetting, sugar consumption can affect the mood and mental health of our brain. Some studies suggest that high sugar consumption can be linked to an increased risk of depression and anxiety. Now, let me ask you a question. All the fruits have natural and healthy sweetness. So what sugar are you talking about? The healthy sugar or the man-made sugar?
For your question, I would answer. I do prefer that natural sugars are good, but they digest faster than the normal refined sugars. So refined sugar is more of a complicated way of taking sugar in.
So you are agreeing with us that refined sugar is good. So as you said about refined sugar, when refined sugar goes under the esophagus, it causes many diseases like heart disease. When you get heart disease, your cells won't respond to the insulin properly, causing your blood levels to rise.
There are sugars made artificially in companies. So I would like to say that not all sugars are made equally. And brown sugar is a more safer approach.
Energy and mood swings are caused by excessive use of sugar due to the rapid spike that can cause blood sugar levels to rise. So you don't forget that 80% of Indian people do not add sugar in the tea or coffee. Why do you think they do not add the sugar into the tea or coffee? Are they afraid of diabetes or any other diseases? Because one study found that 23 to 200% increased risk of cancer according from sugary drink consumption according to medical news today. So why do you think they do not add sugar in their tea or coffee?
As you said, 80% of the people of India, they do that to prevent diseases that you were going to mention. But see, eating sugar always is bad, but when you moderate it, it's good. So what you need to do is not eliminate it, but moderate.
But excessive sugar consumption can lead to a range of health problems. For example, weight gain or obesity, heart disease, fatty liver disease, or there's a lot of cancers that you might get too.
The myth of a sugar rush causing wild energy spikes is mostly exaggerated. Moderate sugar intake doesn't cause extreme fluctuations, but excessive sugar on an empty stomach can be problematic.
And also tooth decay. Sugar is a food source for bacteria in the mouth. These bacteria form acids can erode the tooth enamel, causing cavities and tooth decay.
Even water in excess is so bad. So should we stop drinking water too?
Are you comparing sugar to water? You may survive without sugar, but do you think you can survive at least a day without water?
I only use this sentence to highlight the word excess, not sugar or the word water.
But I think sugar is like a drug. Sugar is like a drug because sugar you can get addicted to sugar as well as a drug. It's very hard to quit sugar after you get addicted to it.
I know some people are addicted to it, but saying sugar is a drug, it's like saying birthday cake is like every birthday cake is a crime scene. So saying sugar is a drug is dramatic, not scientific.
And as I said, a birthday you can only have sugar once in a while, and birthday parties only come once in a year. So I can say that you cannot have sugar a lot, and you cannot get addicted to it too.
So doctors also give patients sugar as a quick rehydration and a quick source of energy.
Excellent question. I agree. Doctors do use sugar, but they give it as a medicine, not as a daily habit. And also, they are given in controlled amounts. And when you are injured, they give you painkillers. But does that mean you should consume painkillers every day?
I never said that, but painkillers, they're used when you have pain. So when the doctor does not advise you to have painkillers every day, you will get diseases like even hypoglycemia or triglycerides infection. So, but painkillers is only should be eaten only when you have pain.
And because of this excessive sugar, this can lead us to the metabolic issues. The two major facts of the metabolic issues are the weight gain and obesity. Sugary foods and drinks are often high in calories and low in nutrients, and contributing this excessive intakes weight gain and gain of obesity.
Sugar is crucial for various brain functions like learning, thinking, and memory.
Excessive sugar consumption can contribute to inflammation in the body.
Not only sugar can help you in reading, thinking, or learning, and many other vegetables and fruits can also help you in reading, learning, and thinking.
Yes, I agree that we can live without sugar, but should we eliminate sugar from our lives when we can easily simply take sugar as a balanced diet?
Well, friends, the intake of your diet should be balanced with the necessary control. Let's make sure we today's youngsters are not connected or labeled to the existing diseases.
Stay healthy, stay safe.